The following program was not recorded in front of a live studio audience, or any audience for that matter. Why are you watching this?
Oh boy, big day, big day. First day on set, first day of shooting. I'm nervous, but you know, I got this. I'll be fine as long as I don't mess up, because if I do mess up, everybody on the internet will hate me forever, and I will never be able to do anything ever again. Oh, well, I'll be fine. I got the guest lineup. I got the crew all here. I got Jerry. Oh, never mind. I don't have Jerry. I did kill him the last time. I keep forgetting about that.
Mr.Wright on set. Mr. Wright on set.
Oh yeah, it's time to go on set. Okay, let's do this, I guess. Okay, shooting time. Where's everybody at? Oh, this okay. They're probably like in there in the rooms or something like that. I'm gonna go check and just see. Okay, not in there. Probably in the prop room. They gotta be in the prop room. I mean. Oh no. This is bad. Okay. You can do this. Don't worry about it. You're just doing a whole entire production all by yourself, but you'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Do not answer that.
And now, all you E-boys, E-girls, and E-in-between, welcome to the stage, your virtual host, Mr.Wright!
Hello, lovely people of VR chat. I am Mr. Wright, your lovely host for this beautiful and not at all last minute and not at all manned by me show called... I still don't have a name for the show, do I? Oh, by the end of the episode, you will know what the name of the show is. But for right now, come in, relax, have a good time. We got a lot of stuff planned for you tonight, such as my special guest... Why is the cue card blank? Did we not get a guest for our very first episode of our VR chat talk show? Did we really miss that? Oh god. I'll improvise. Perfect. I'll do myself. Okay, so please welcome to the show our very first guest on the VR Chat talk show podcast thing that I will have a name for it later, Mr. Wright! Give it up for Mr. Wright, everybody! Why are you doing that? No, it's still going. I need at least 10 seconds. That's what I need. Don't give me that look. And we're good. So, buddy, pal, amigo, compadre, best buddy of mine, friend of the world, Mr. Wright. How are you doing? Well, I mean, it could be better. That's good to hear. That's great. That's good to hear. That's great to hear. So, did you ever think that you would end up doing this at all? Like, doing a talk show in VR, which is like... I don't know if it's been done before. I mean, there have been plenty of interviews and stuff like that, but to do a whole kind of like talk show thing, it's a very different thing. It's gonna happen at some point, but life has a weird way of doing things. Don't I know it? It definitely is different. That is for certain. What made you wake up one day and was like, oh, you know what I want to do for content creation? Make a VR chat talk show. Like, where does that idea come from? Well, that sure is a question to start off on. I guess for me, the main idea came from when I was, what was it? Oh yeah, that's right, I was in Eventide, and I was talking to some of my friends, and this one person came, I believe we're talking about, like, kids in VR. It's, is a thing that really, in like VR, especially in VR chat, that really should not be a thing. I genuinely believe you should be at least 17 or 18. Like the lowest age I would go is 16, maybe, in VR chat. This game is, first of all, not made for them at all. This is definitely like much more adult-oriented like thing. So that's kind of, we're talking about that. And then one person in a Pokemon Ditto costume, like Avatar of all things, came up, and we had this really interesting and like in-depth conversation about how kids, like, when they grow up, like with VR, like VR chat and everything, like what's that going to change for them? Because when you think about it, when you think about in VR chat, you are interacting with people in a way that's completely different and alien to like what we do normally. Because like when you think about it, just think about it like this. Whenever you're in VR chat, you're on your headset and you're in a room full of people when you're on the headset, but in the real world, you're just sitting by yourself, either on your bed, standing in a room, or sitting on your chair. It's just a whole new way of interacting with people. And like we were talking about like how kids like process that, because even me, like as an adult, even I, like when I first started playing this, had a bit of a hard time, really adjusting to everything. Because like when you play VR chat for the first time, there is a shell shock. There is just like a thing of like, oh wow, wait, I'm in VR? This is weird. Or like, oh wait, I'm talking to somebody who's like from Bulgaria. Well, I don't know why I said Bulgaria, it's the random thing I said. Or it's just weird because like you're alone in the physical bodies alone, but then you're like in like a room with like 30 plus people just hanging out, having a time, which is, when you think about it, kind of insane. And I can only imagine like how long it takes for like kids to adapt to that. I'm going a bit off track, but basically what I was saying was that like that was probably one of, if not the most like interesting and in-depth conversations I've had in this game. Like, period. So I thought, if I can have an interesting conversation with just one random person that I just like met, like out of nowhere, who else is out there who has interesting stories or interesting stuff to discuss about? So I originally thought, like do what other people do, like an interview thing or like a podcast kind of type of thing, but that's all kind of been done before. Like, it's been done to death. Like, there's a bunch of really good creators out there who do all this stuff and are really good at it and stuff like that. But I kind of want to do my own little spin on it. My own, like, little spin. So, instead of saying, like, a podcast where I was sitting down and talking to each other, I decided to kind of do, like, a bit of a talk show format. Where, like, I was a host. It's still interview part, but kind of like with different segments and stuff like that, which I'm still kind of workshopping and trying to figure out. So, but yeah, that's more or less where the general idea of it came from. So, what a great response from Mr. Wright that I definitely heard, and I'm not editing later in post because I'm just that good. But yeah, VR chat is just this whole wild and interesting thing out in the world. Why do you think so many people are interested in it? I'm like, what would you say the big appeal of VR chat is, at least to you? Okay, interesting question. I'd say the biggest appeal to people with VR chat is just kind of like, I think like for me personally, I didn't really see like what the big appeal of VR chat. Like, I've been playing for like roughly 2 years or so. And like the way I used to do it is like I would pop on once, twice, and then like disappear for like not get on for a few weeks or whatever. And because I would meet people, I would talk to people, and like I would have fun, I would enjoy myself. I would see them maybe once or twice afterwards, but then I would never see them again. But then I met one person, and this person knows who they are, and they're a very interesting person. I will say that at least. They're a really cool person, and it was in that moment like it clicked for me, because it was just kind of like, oh, I would meet people, hang out and stuff like that, hang out for like a little bit and then leave, disappear for like a little bit. But it just takes one person to like be a friend to you, and then like you see the appeal of this game, because it's like, because you can be friends with somebody who's like halfway across the country, other side of the world, and like this is the way you can interact with them. Like, you can play games with them, you can just hang out with them. And it's genuinely just insane. And these are people you would never meet you could meet in real life, but like it would be harder to meet them. And it's just like, it takes one person to just be a really good friend to you and just like care about you. And it's every now and again be like, oh, hey man, how you doing? Or, oh, you want to hang out later? Oh, you want to do stuff? Or, you know, it just takes that. It just took that, and now I understand, like, the appeal of VR chat. It's just... It's not really a game. That's kind of, like, and there are games and stuff in it, but it's a social experience. That's really what it is. And it just takes one person to really, like, interact and to, like, care and be a friend to, like, really, you know, change how you feel about this. Because for me, it's like, oh, it's that wacky game where everybody has funny avatars and, like, hangs out and does stuff, and little kids run around and swear and stuff like that. But no, it's like an actual legitimate way to, like, socialize and do stuff with people. And it's just genuinely insane, and you can meet some of the coolest, most amazing people, like, on this place. And it's just nuts. I don't really know how else to really say it. It's just nuts, man. Yeah, I don't. I'm assuming that answers the question. What a great response to that question I just asked. But yeah, VR chat is just so wild, and VR is just nuts in general. Like, how do you think that really changes how we interact with people? Yeah, as I said before, VR and VR chat is just kind of wild. Because it's like I said before, it's almost like a new way of interacting with people. Because think about it. In most games, you either, one, use like, you talk to somebody verbally, have a microphone, or you text somebody, or whatever. But, like in VR chat, you, one, talk, two, you have your arms, some cases legs. My legs don't really, you know, don't work so good. And yeah. And it's really nuts because it's kind of like being in person with somebody without being in person, which is just absolutely wild. While plenty of people are saying like, oh, VR is gonna like take over how you play games. No, it's not. It's not. It's gonna be a different way that we interact with games. It's a different way that we play games. It's not gonna replace games. Because can you imagine playing a game like Devil May Cry 5, like in VR? You would like die. Or a Sonic game in VR. Ooh, boy, I saw somebody like mod Unleashed do that, which is that's just insane. Gonna add a VR to that. I think I would die probably if I ended up doing anything like that. But it's just insane, like how much can be done and how many you can interact with people. It's just genuinely insane. And there's not really any limit to it, at least not yet. I mean, there's physical touch, but there's haptic suits and all this stuff. But it's just nuts, man. It's nuts. And that's all the time we have for this moment. But we'll be right back after our Man on the Street section. Man on the Street, bring it in. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have a Man on the Street, just me. I'll be right back. This is the most unprofessional setup I've seen in my life. This is ridiculous. I don't even have a green room. We got a green screen, but no green room. It's a blue room. You know what's in it? Tarps. I don't know why, but there are tarps all over it, and I have many questions. I found a body somewhere back there. I had a name tag. I think his name was Jerry. Why did I agree to come on this show again? Oh, that's right, money. Oh, wait, I'm not getting paid for this either. Why am I here? I'm just gonna... Let me know when this idiot gets back. Okay, oh man, the studio's a lot farther away than I thought it was gonna be. Okay, I guess I'm the man on the street, along as the host, and the guest, and everything. I gotta do everything around here, don't I? Okay, let's just go explore and see what we find! Please don't let it be a bunch of screaming kids, that's all I want. I don't want that to be a thing, please.
12 seconds later.
No, bye. No. No. You can't stop me. Okay, have fun. Have fun with that. Don't go to public lobby, people. Just don't go to public lobbies. Is there an express way to delete myself from existence?
There is.
Ooh, what rewards card to sign up for that?
You pay $25 an hour.
25 an hour? What do you mean 25 an hour? I want it to be instant.
You. Well, $25 an hour. We just take money out of your bank account. There's no more while you're dead.
True. True, that is very true. If I'm dead, money means nothing to me. What about my organs? Can you just use those?
The manager? Where's the manager?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'm talking to.
He's trying to make a sale here. Continue.
Also, I don't serve your kind around here.
Wow. Racism at my local family Kmart. Wow.
Hey, is your gonna complain? My boss.
Where's your boss? Do you have one? Does Kmart have a boss? Where's Mr. Kmart? Where's Mr. Kevin Mart?
Look, right, sir.
Give me your skin.
You son of a... It's just like I remember it was back in the day.
Hi. I'm a sword. I saw the winery
All of it to me.
I'm just gonna keep walking. This Walmart's a bit. This Kmart's a bit crazy. Let's try a different one. See what Sears has to offer after all these years. Yep, Sears. It's about as empty as I remember it. 125 years. Not anymore, suckers. This is how I remember my Sears. Empty and devoid of life. What other worlds are there? I'm not going to the Void Club. I'm not that desperate for views. This is the Void Club. This is where all the hip and happening youngsters, young e-boys and e-girls, and people just hang out, just have a good time, you know. I never come here for obvious reasons. It's very loud. I don't like it. Usually this world's like way more busy. This is really weird. Usually it's like the first time, you know. Ooh, a sword. Ow. I have to download it? It's weird. But yeah, usually this world's popping with people. Just kind of weird. Is that a Tesla? Oh, it's a Void Club car? Okay, I didn't know they had this thing. But after a hard night of clubbing that I did not do, this is one of my favorite places to kind of just hang out, you know? It's a nice little coffee place, you know, got some anime up on the television screen. It's got a nice fully loaded bar. Unfortunately, not a lot of people come here anymore because it's kind of more of a dead world. This used to be really popping when I first started playing, but now it's not that often. But hey, we got pancakes. Otherwise, nobody got this world. Virtual fingerboard shop. You know I'm going to this. Duck decks. Enough said. Let's see, how will this thing actually work? Oh, I love this. My arm is moving. I love this, but my arm is clearly not made for this. Jeez, oh man. Ugh. Ready for some sick ultra level gaming skills. Watch this. Oh no, it fell. He died. Well, that was sure a lot of walking and going to places and seeing a bunch of interesting people. So I think that's probably enough for this. I'm gonna head back to the studio, which is a long way to walk. I'll see you back in the studio, me. Oh, why is there a ledge there? Oh god, okay, I'm back. I made it. Whew. Oh boy, we're into the world. That takes a lot of energy. And where'd he go? Did he leave? Well, he wasn't supposed to leave. I had a whole nother plan. I had no other segment with him. Well, I guess that's gonna be it for this week's episode of the VR Chat Talk Show Podcast Show. I'll have a name somewhere, I hope. How am I gonna do this every week?